If some things change, some other things will never change. And most of things will never change. Majority of things are patterns who keep repeating themselves. Majority of things that change human history, majority of things that make people behave in a certain way are called patterns. And majority of these patterns will never ever change. And once you understand how they work, who they are, how they operate, you can anticipate the world order. You can anticipate dynamics, you can anticipate moves and change your life. All these patterns united create basically a scheme. Everyone operates in the scheme, and majority of people will never understand how the scheme works because they're part of it. As I said in other videos, a fish doesn't see the water because the water is so part of itself that it doesn't see the water anymore. So if you want to break free, you need to understand how the matrix works. Now, I'm not talking about the matrix like everyone talks about the matrix. I'm just talking about the schemes. There is a scheme, and there is a scheme at every level. So those who talk about the matrix are in another scheme. I'm in another scheme. I just know that I'm in a scheme. Everyone is in a scheme. The world is a scheme. This whole thing is a game. You just need to understand the level you're playing at so you can elevate it, you can change it, and you can play to more funny, interesting, and rewarding schemes. Today I'm gonna share with you 3 patterns, big ones, that are maybe helping you understand where we are as humanity, where we're gonna go, how the humanity has always thought, and how you can, changing these 3 patterns, evolve much quicker. Because money, business, happiness, success, joy, many times are a matter of positioning, like anticipating how everyone thinks, positioning yourself in a certain location before everyone else does. Think of real estate, think of investing, think of the stock market, think of the AI now. All these things are basically a timing opportunity. Imagine real estate in Dubai in 2012, 2013, 2014. There's many places. Imagine Malta. The growth of capital happened in the real estate in Malta in the last 12 years. It's just massive. Buildings growing 30 to 40% a year sometimes. Like, it's just nuts. Things are nuts. And imagine now in the AI space, some stocks are doing 5,000%. Some companies more and more are following the strategy. They are basically becoming Bitcoin reserve strategy companies, and they're giving out their financial products to attract trillions and trillions from the traditional market. And Trump just signed the act that allows the money from the 401ks and the pension funds to go into alternative investments, private equity, and cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Holy Jesus, like, so many things are happening, and you need to be ahead of the curve. So these patterns of today will really help you break free of this old way of thinking and this emotional way of behaving that everyone has, and allows you to think and see things from above, which is a game changer. So the first pattern that I want you to recognize is that those who are right are always attacked first, then idolized later. They are judged first, they are hated first, and then they are right later, and everyone applauds them and everyone recognizes their geniusness and they call geniuses and so on and so forth, okay? If you want to break free, you need to then understand how the masses work. The masses attack those who are right. So ask yourself, hey, who are the ones who are being attacked today? Because they are gonna be the ones who are gonna be idolized in the future. Back then, they used to kill people. Think of Socrates, Aristotle, Giordano Bruno in Italy. He was burnt alive because he said that the earth was not at the center of the universe. Like, the sun was at the center and the earth was moving around the sun. And he was burnt alive, and it was right. So back then, they used to kill people, mute people, much stronger than they do today with, social media, that they just ban some videos harder. The masses disliked the truth. The people in power used to attack those people. Today, it's gonna take less time to go from announcement to truth because the information is traveling faster, right? But the mechanism is the same. Back then, it took maybe, 50 to 100 years to understand, no, this guy was right, Jesus. Now it would take 5 days, 5 months. But the pattern is the same. So what are the things being attacked? Think of the cryptocurrency space. It's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. The masses were calling it a scam. Smart people were not calling it a scam. They were just warning people. It was a new model, a new way of transferring wealth, a new way of transferring value, a new way of building a certain technology and storing information and so on and so forth. Now all the world knows about crypto. Can you believe? All the freaking world knows the word cryptocurrency, which just 10 years ago looked like a real scam. Like, crypto, what is that? It took 10 years to go from, hey, it's been attacked to, hey, it's been accepted. Of course, accepted doesn't mean that all the cryptocurrency is valuable and trustworthy. But I'm just making you understand that same way in AI today it's attacked and it's being judged and this and that, in 2 years the AI creators will be geniuses and everything else. So do you want to be attacked? Do you like being judged? Do you like being hated? If not, you'll never become someone who invents something. You will never become someone who is different and special, because if you want to be successful, you need to be attacked. You need to be special. You need to be strange. You need to be weird. You need to be judged. People don't need to accept you. People don't need to understand you. That's the pattern of life of successful people. Unsuccessful people, they judge, and then in a very hypocritical way, they will be like, no, he's a genius now. The masses are so funny. But pattern number one is recognize that those who are attacked, the things that are attacked, one day will be loved, will be cherished, and will be accepted. And those who were judged and attacked, they will be called geniuses. So look at today, what everyone is doing, and be careful. The second pattern is that the masses cannot recognize something until it's fully on. It's fully present. People think that the development of things and the fact that some new tools, ideologies and stuff come into place, it's slowly, step by step, subtly almost. But it doesn't work like that. Things go into our reality in a very fast way. We just don't get it, which means they stay silent for a while, and then all of a sudden, boom, in 2 months, something happens. People in the Nazi Germany, they were not realizing that it was escalating so much. Not even the UK back then, Spain, Portugal, Italy, no one was thinking that it would be escalating so quickly, the Second World War. And not even the First World War. Think of it, think of what happened when the trigger of the First World War happened. It's a trigger. Of course, things were moving subtly, but then all of a sudden things happen. Yet the masses don't get that. They're like, yeah, but nothing is happening, everything is fine. With this AI thing, ChatGPT, I get it, DeepSeek, okay, Grok 4. And then all of a sudden, boom. I think it was 2022, I don't even remember, ChatGPT comes out all of a sudden. And then now again, it's like, yeah, we just use these tools on the phone. They don't understand what's about to happen until it happens. A pattern that the masses don't get is that things happen very quick. They don't get there step by step. They're moving silently. They happen all of a sudden. And that's why they get fucked all the time. Sorry for the terminology, but they get fucked. They don't prepare for the explosion. They don't prepare for the crisis. They don't prepare for the worst case scenario. They don't prepare even for the best case scenario. They just don't prepare because they think they will get noticed. Can you please let me know when things are gonna happen? Yeah, we'll let you know, yeah. And so they just keep living, busy in their normal life, not studying, not being more culturally awakened, and then boom, things happen and they get in that place, okay? Just know that the right pattern is things happen much quicker than I thought. Thing will happen all of a sudden. I need to be prepared already now for things that I don't see. Because the AI, for example, is being cooked behind the scenes, and you will see another big explosion is about to happen. The third pattern, which is highly misunderstood, is that revolutionary tools are seen as toys before they become necessary. So the masses make fun of the revolutionary tools. Like, yeah, but the internet is never gonna be there for long term. Yeah, but this internet thing is just for scammers. Yeah, but this Bitcoin thing is just for people on Silk Road exchanging mushrooms and drugs. And then look at this. Yet people don't see today what Bitcoin is doing because governments are buying it. Trump has just signed a Bitcoin Act, but they're so blind. Like, people are so blind, not only about Bitcoin or crypto or investments in general. People are blind. People love to be entertained. People love to be blinded more and more and more. And very few love to seek the truth, love to look through the curtains, love to understand how the real dynamics are going. Revolutionary tools by the masses are seen as toys before they become undeniably necessary for day-to-day life. So these people could have invested in those tools, could have invested in the infrastructure of those tools. For example, in AI, think of the storing of data, of the data centers, think of the chips, all the manufacture behind, energy suppliers, think of all the materials with which they build the tools, the chips, the tensors. No one is thinking of it. Why are people so blind? Because they see revolutionary tools as toys. Yeah, this AI thing. Alright, so guys, I hope you love this video. I hope I opened your eyes. Of course, these videos should be just a trigger for you to get out there, study more, read some books, go on ChatGPT or whatever AI you use, ask for things, go deep, watch other videos, get out there, get close to communities who talk about this all day long. You need to wake up before it gets too late. Every season has its opportunities. I really think that this age from 2025 to 2030 is going to be a big opportunity for people to change and shift their life. On this channel, I oftentimes share very valuable information. So drop a subscribe if you like the content, watch all the other material, and let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want to see next.